believe it's happening, but black people are now being detained by ICE.
So if ICE is detaining black people now in Chicago, where are they sending us?
I'm not surprised that ICE is detaining black people in Chicago.
Hi lovelies, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Stranad. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. What's happening right now in Chicago feels like history repeating itself. Only this time, it's hitting a community that's already been bruised and battered by generations of systemic targeting. ICE, Immigration and Custom Enforcement, reportedly, conducting raids in predominantly African American neighborhood is not only alarming, it's actually confusing and deeply disturbing because when you hear ICE raids, you think of undocumented immigrants, right? You think of Latino communities being rounded up and deported, but now African Americans, that's raising every red flag possible. This actually got people reacting, and I was able to put up some of the stitches. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and let's dive right into it.
ICE is now going after and detaining all black people in Chicago, including black Americans, regardless of your citizenship status and regardless if you are native to this country.
Lives in this building, and she says she was detained by ICE agents overnight, and she says they took everyone and then asked questions later.
They just treated us like we were nothing.
Patricia Fisher says she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me did I have any warrants, and I told them no, I didn't.
She says she was then handcuffed and released around 3 a.m. Fisher says she was told if anyone had any kind of warrant out for them, even if it was unrelated to immigration, they would not be released. Citizen video shows the chaotic scene overnight. Neighbors tell us there were dozens of ICE agents. Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. That's all.
It appears that ICE agents have been targeting black neighborhoods and specifically apartment complexes where they know majority of the population of those buildings are black Americans who are native to America, ergo American citizens. This was a threat that was told to us by Kamala Harris and many people that he would send troops after citizens and that he definitely would do his darndest to go after Latinos first, Asians second, and then us. Stay vigilant, stay safe, because who knows what's going to happen. The Governor Pritzker is fighting against Trump now, pushing back on Trump sending in the army and the military, which he's still planning to do. But ICE agents have ramped up their efforts in Chicago over the last couple of days because of this, including now black people.
I'm gonna be the first to say it, and y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but leftists, fuck y'all. I continue to see shit about free Palestine and everything about Palestine. Baby, you can't even help the motherfuckers going through it in Chicago. You can't help the people in LA. You can't help New York. You can't help Texas. You can't help Houston. But you have the nerve to keep throwing in our face about another fucking country that you can't help. I can't go to no fucking protest for Gaza when I'm sitting here about to figure out what to do for my people in Houston. I'm tired of it. Give it a rest. You can keep talking about it, but to act as if that is the main priority, definitely for niggas and Mexicans, we ain't got time for that. Our biggest priority is exactly why we wanted her in last year. We would be all for taking care of Gaza right now is if our safety and security was right there. Our safety and security is hanging by a motherfucking thread. Y'all got the nerve to keep posting, okay, well, protest for them. What the fuck that gonna do for them? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Like, you ain't gonna pull on my heartstrings. I ain't got shit for them. Because when they start knocking on our doors and coming in and taking us, Gaza can't help me. Like, of course we want to free them niggas, but how am I supposed to free Gaza if I'm not fucking free either?
I can't believe it's happening, but black people are now being detained by ICE. Now, I can't really say that I'm surprised. It's only been 10 months, so I'm a little like, whoa, we're on rapid fucking speed right now. I mean, honestly, we all knew that this was the ultimate motherfucking goal of this regime, was to get rid of all the people of color in America. We can only have people who look like me. But here's the thing. I may look white, but I am way fucking non-practicing. And my expectation for people right now, especially in Chicago and the large cities where Donald Trump's personal pocket police are, you are putting your non-practicing white motherfucking self in front of our black and brown friends. Because that's the only way this is gonna fucking end. This is fucking insanity. We are not deporting and detaining criminals and druggies, and we are deporting and detaining people who make our lives better for being here. And it really is fucking disrupting my nervous system to think that there's people who look like me who fucking think this is okay. So if you do look like me and you have skin like this, unfortunately, step the fuck in front of our friends right now and do good trouble. Well, holy fuck, I can't believe it's happening, but black people are...
Alright, I ain't never been Mr. I Told You So, so with the news of the Chicago ICE raids, I'm still not gonna be that. But from now on, I need y'all to understand, if you are a black African American, if you are just brown or a POC, you are now immediately a target for ICE raids. In case you ain't know, them folks done ran up into an apartment complex in the middle of Chicago, and regardless of how them folks spoke, regardless of where they said they was from, regardless of how they appeared, they got thrown into a van and sent in for questioning. Some folks didn't get out until 3 a.m., and that's for the older elderly women. That means that is an illegal search. That is an illegal arrest, going into your property, search and seizure, and then sending you in for questioning. And if you had a warrant out for your arrest, you're not getting sent back. That is not normal. That is not okay. That is civilly unrest. So with that news now being understood, all the people in Illinois, I'm sure you know by now, but the governor informed everyone to record everything, to narrate everything, to look at badge and to look out for a badge number and document that too. So for all my African Americans, I need y'all to understand, if them folks come up to you for questioning and they do not give you a badge or a badge number, you do not have to comply. I'm gonna say that again. I'm not telling you what to do, but this is something we've seen in our history. They already sending national troops to Memphis, so it's quite clear that they are now attempting to police us in very illegal measures. They already got spyware going on and all that, but what's really more important right now for you to understand, there are plenty of resources online, and you need to go into that, look at it, and figure out what to do whenever you are potentially questioned by ICE. Also, what's necessary is if you are someone in a city that you're unfamiliar to, you don't got family there, you don't got anything of the sort, there are plenty of organizations there that are based on immigration advocacy, that are based on African American solidarity, that are based on just being a POC or regardless of what you identify as. Go to that and make that your community. It's time that all of us, we need to be more caring and more cognizant of each other's existence. Watch out for the next man's back, watch out for the next neighbor's back, and just be a little bit more understanding of everyone around you. Get to know your neighbor if you don't. Get to know their name. You know what I'm saying? It's time that you actively do a little bit more to be paying attention of the safety of your neighborhood, because right now what Trump's doing is targeting any major city that is potentially outspoken, and any major city that got black people. And you need to be cognizant of that. Do as much research as you can so you know what to do in case you get questioned. And please, 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 once again, if you see your neighbor potentially at risk, find some people that don't look like ICE agents, but potentially could be a dupe. Make sure it is known that you are there bearing witness, and let that next person know, if they aren't identifying themselves, that they don't have to comply. Just make sure you are safe. It's a lot of grifters out there, it's a lot of bounty hunters, and it's a lot of people out there getting ready to take advantage of the situation. And I'm not trying to fearmonger, but just inform. The illegal arrests and the search and seizures and the lack of warrants going on, that ain't gonna be sustainable. But right now, remaining informed is the best thing you can do, major city or not.
I'm not surprised that ICE is detaining black people in Chicago. This has always been a movement against minorities, not only against us Latinos. And it's white supremacy coming into fruition. We know that this is a mass attack on everyone that is not white. So I'm not surprised at all. And this is why, you know, the young lords and the Black Panthers marched back in the fucking 60s and the 70s, because we knew that our causes were one and the same. And we knew we need to do the same fucking thing. Black people and brown people and Latinos, we need to unite. We need to understand that this is a full frontal attack on all minorities. It's gonna get really fucking bad. And you have the governor of like fucking Chicago and everyone saying, hey, make sure that you take pictures of these people when they're doing these illegal arrests, that you're documenting everything, because this is like full on Third Reich shit. It's getting really bad, bro. We need to win the midterms next year. If we don't do that, this dude is like a maniac. Trump is like full on crazy at this point. And all their MAGA nut jobs are supporting him. And it's one of the saddest things in the planet. But yeah, black people, be aware of it. We need to work together because this is not looking good. Que tengan buen día. I'll keep you guys posted.
Those ICE people are in Chicago terrorizing black Americans. So black people, if you thought you were safe, you are not. It's not only for the immigrants. They are cuffing black Americans, sending off flashbangs, doing all types of illegal things. Cuffing these people for no reason, asking them if they have warrants, asking them for their date of birth, who they are, all of the above. It's crazy, it's sick, and they're probably coming to a neighborhood near you. And I'm never gonna shut up about this. You may try to silence me. I'll go on another platform and talk about it. But black people, be safe for real, because these things are happening in the middle of the night. People said they went outside of their apartments to be greeted by ICE yelling, police, police, flashbangs, and people asking them if they have warrants. It's nuts. It's actually scary. And it's scary.
So if ICE is detaining black people now in Chicago, where are they sending us? Where are we going? Don't threaten me with a good time. Send me to Turks and Caicos.
In the building.
And they had a big 15-inch chainsaw with a round blade on it cutting this fence down. We're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
I'm sorry, this is what we want? This is what people voted for? For people to be dragged out of their homes in the middle of the night, to have masked men put people in unmarked vehicles, for flashbangs, for children to be in zip ties, for people to be at gunpoint? This is the country you want? You want our government to terrorize its own citizens? I don't understand. If anybody says this is what they voted for, how you continue to move the goalpost and your own deplorable lack of moral standards. It is absolutely ridiculous. I don't care if they're black, Hispanic, Asian, white, rich, poor, it doesn't matter. This type of thing should not be happening anywhere. We should not be declaring war on our own citizens.
ICE raided Chicago South Shore apartments and detained black American citizens. They raided South Shore apartments in Chicago, dragged women, children, men out of their beds without clothes, zip-tight children, had people at gunpoint, demanded their names, their birth, and if they had any warrants. Said that they were looking for Venezuelan gangs. Right? Venezuelan gangs. Don't confirm whether they found any of these Venezuelan gangs. And then he said if you had a warrant on any kind of infractions, you will not be let go. And disappeared these people. Some people were let out, and they are saying some people are currently missing. They are going to use these ICE raids like how they use no-knock warrants and X, Y, and Z to bag up black people and hopefully catch people with any kind of infractions or X, Y, and Z on their record and not let them go. And say we just came across them while in a ICE raid. Black people, pay attention. Pay attention and protect yourself.
We called this. We called this. And we were told that we were crazy. When we said Project 2025 was going to start vilifying anybody with brown skin, U.S. citizen or not, we were called crazy. Black people, American black people, are now being detained by ICE in Chicago. ICE is taking U.S. citizens who happen to be Black Americans. They're arresting them and detaining them in Chicago. And we're the crazy ones. That's going to start spreading. That's going to start happening more and more. What are we going to do about it?
Like, seriously, Lovelace, ICE's supposed mission is to enforce immigration laws, right? To track, detain, and deport individuals who are in the country without legal documentation. I thought this was supposed to be ICE's supposed mission, right? Like, but Chicago's south and west side, where a lot of African Americans live, aren't immigrant hubs. They are long-established community of U.S. citizens. So the big question becomes, why is ICE actually showing up there? Like, why are they showing up there? Do they find any form of undocumented Latino immigrant there? Many residents say these raids have felt like, less like immigration enforcement and more like intimidation tactics. Officers reportedly knocking on doors, asking for identification, questioning people who've lived in their neighborhood their whole lives. And that's what makes this situation so chilling. It's the blending of immigration enforcement with old school over policing a black neighborhood. It's a collision of two forms of systemic control that have historically worked in parallel, now apparently working together. There's also a deep layer here. ICE operating in a city that calls itself Sanctuary City, Chicago has publicly vowed to protect immigrants from federal overreach. So if ICE is still moving in and out of this neighborhood, people are asking, what does a sanctuary city even mean if residents, regardless of race, don't feel safe anymore? It exposes the crack between local promises and federal power, and the black Chicagoans are caught in right of the middle of this tension. And beyond the legal questioning, there's a moral one. What message does this send to Black Americans, people whose ancestors built this country through forced labor, are being stopped, questioned, and raised by federal agents under the guise of immigration control? It sends a message that blackness itself is being criminalized. Again, it's a reminder that in America, being black often means being presumed guilty, even when you are 100% a citizen. People are saying this might not even be about immigration, it's about surveillance, it's about social control. Because once ICE get involved in communities that are even immigrants based, it's no longer about border. It's about boundary, the one the system draw to remind Black Americans that they are always under watch. Let's also remember the timing. The economy is shaking. Political tension are high, and election season is coming. Historically, moments like this bring out government shows of force. The raid could be a distraction tactic, a way to create fear or even text public reaction, because fear is power. When communities live in fear, they are easy to control. And when people are divided, black versus immigrant, citizens versus non-citizen, it stops them from uniting against the real issue, government overreach and racial targeting. But Chicago residents aren't staying silent. Local activists and community organizations are calling it what it is: unconstitutional and racist. Videos are circulating online showing people standing out with cameras, documenting the raid, demanding, numbers. This is the new civil rights struggle. One fought not just in the street, but on phones, in court, and across social timeline. So when ICE start raiding African American communities in Chicago, this isn't just an immigration story. It's a system story. It's about how quickly authority can shift its target when no one's paying attention. It's about how black people, even generations after emancipation and citizenship, are still being treated like outsiders in their own country. And maybe that's the biggest takeaway here. The system doesn't need a border to act like one. For many African Americans, the border runs right through in their own neighborhood. Police, civil, and also reminded every day that freedom in America is still something that comes with condition. And this is just something that is not supposed to be in 2025. Like, seriously, this is getting out of hand. And the thing is that we'll just keep on watching. We'll just keep on, trying to know our surrounding. And by the end of the day, I hope all of this propaganda and them trying to incite fear to, black people is not going to work out. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section before you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you just leave me your own thought in the comment section before you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you, lovies, when I upload the next one.